Welcome, beautiful soul travelers. Happy Sunday, and thank you for joining Priestess Melissa here on Venusian Empress Oracle for your weekly forecast. We're going to get into the Egyptian Auset Oracle cards to get our main message out, and then I'm going to tap into the Psychic Tarot and see what may be causing some issues perhaps, or why our solar plexus could be all worked up, meaning our stomach energy. You could be feeling a little bit of butterflies and things of that nature. Maybe you're getting some intuitive hits about something. Conflict and defeat coming out. So maybe that could be what this is all about. Something that you're learning about that's perhaps going to seem like a bit of a defeat, but watch your energy definitely there, because that yellow solar plexus energy right below the sternum, the breastbone, and above the belly button, that's the area that may be affected. Your stomach may be feeling off right now. You may be having some digestive issues, acid reflux, heartburn, those kinds of things. All right, so then looking at the Light Seers Tarot, somebody may be laughing and having fun, though. Laughing it up, huh? So what's so funny about this conflict or defeat to somebody today? Maybe they had a plan all along or something of that nature. Justice is also coming out today. I feel like Spirit's saying, don't worry though, everything is going to be balanced out, even if it does seem like someone else may have the upper hand at this time. All right, now these are general readings which may or may not resonate with everyone, but if they do resonate in any way, thank you so much for hitting the like button, as it does show that this is a message for you, or at least there is a message in here for you. Keeps those videos circulating in the algorithm and allows others to see the messages they need. Divine Doors messages will help us to see and get a bit more advice, if you will, at the end of the reading, to help us to tie everything together. We'll also get some love advice from the Lovers Oracle cards. All of that coming at the end, so do stick around for the good stuff. Also get a question ready that you may need an answer to. I will flip my divination coin and see what is coming out for us. All right, let's get into the reading, starting at 222. Thank you so much to the angels, ancestors, way-showers, and guides. Auset, show us what we need to know, please, for the collective for this week. Thank you. And thank you so very much, everyone, for all of your support to the channel. Your likes, comments, shares, donations are truly appreciated. Definitely let me know how the readings are resonating with you in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell notification if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of the readings I put out. Okay, so what is going on for us for this week? I'm going to be taking a look at those energies, see what the main energy comes out for us at this time. I will say it does feel like there's been a lot of energetic upheaval since the last full moon. Hopefully that's calming down some at this point as we're moving into the spring energies. What do we need to know? Maybe being very quiet at this time. Pulled back, reserved, especially if you're going through some conflict. Trying to get some balance again. Soul healing coming out today with the NEPHTHYS energy. So, you know, sometimes when we go through really traumatic things, and look at that full moon up there, this could be very challenging and trying on your, you know, balance, to keep yourself in balance, to make sure that you don't get thrown off. All right, the Scarab talking about spiritual transformation. So a lot is happening perhaps at this time. You may be going through a lot of changes inwardly, thinking about things differently. Bossed energy is also coming out here today, tapping into that cat energy. This is talking about joy and pleasure. So getting back to our balance so that we can tap into those good feeling energies once again that perhaps we haven't been able to in a while. All right, so we've got all of that energy we're looking at today, but the main one is this healing energy, and that's the main one we're going to be looking at, the sarcophagus energy. You know, it's like initiation. Whenever that time frame came around, that would be the final stage, you know, to go through. 24 coming to a 6, to show that you truly do have that balance, right? that you can overcome difficulties and not allow them to take you out energetically, so to speak, right? That you can continue to rise, that you're going to keep that, perhaps bit of a thick outer shell, but you're not going to become hard inside. You're just going to learn how to protect yourself better. The goddess NEPHTHYS is the sister of Auset and was married to Set, also their spiritual brother, who was the god of chaos and darkness. So NEPHTHYS was married to Set, who was Osiris's brother, right? And this is saying this is her sister. So basically, they were married brother to brother, sister to sister kind of thing, if you will, right? Keeping it in the family. All right, she disguised herself as Auset and became pregnant by her husband Osiris. So more or less had an affair. She made Osiris think that she was Auset, when in fact it was NEPHTHYS, and then she got pregnant. See, because there was so much chaos within, the energy of Set. That was likely the reason why there wasn't that balance, so they couldn't conceive, you know what I mean? But terrified of Set, she left her baby son Anubis in the desert at birth, where he was rescued by Auset. How interesting, right? So Anubis is almost kind of like the redheaded stepchild, if you will. Maybe you've felt like this before as well, or you've been in a situation where things were just really out of hand like this, or you could be a part of a dynamic of a situation like this. Definitely let me know in the comments below. NEPHTHYS personifies victimization, but she frees herself later by her righteous actions in helping her sister Auset. She now assists us to release past hurts and heal our emotions and soul to move into a life of joy, right? So this is time for us to rise out of all those past disappointments that we felt we were perhaps a victim of, and allow ourselves to be happy and rise out of that and be in a good place once again, not stay in this dark night. A channeled message from NEPHTHYS. My life as the wife of Set was one of being overshadowed and oppressed and living in the energy of chaos. How many of us know what that's like or have been in that kind of situation before? Definitely hit the like button. In chaos and fear, my sister needed help, and I answered that call, and my soul healed in the process. It is time for you to leave your past behind now as you meditate and look inwards to find the healing you need. Forgiveness of yourself and perhaps others is needed now to recover fully. So who do we maybe need to forgive? I'm asking myself that as well. What could be keeping us blocked from our true joy and rising to our highest potential? So for abundance this week, take care of your money, as there may be deception by others involved. Some money that belongs to you might be hidden from you at present. For love, not easy for relationships at present. Definitely avoid illicit ones, as they will bring you sadness. So don't just get into relationships for physical pleasure, if you will. Wait for later to make major choices in life. So this is a time to really get back again into that balance and heal, because then we're going to run into the right type of person, right? Not that chaos and fearful type of energy that perhaps we have been a part of in the past, and we know what that's all about. Work and career says time to plan, prepare, and study for a new career or wait for a promotion. It's not a good time to expand your business if self-employed. For travel, rest, and a holiday at home is recommended. Possible disruptions if traveling overseas or by water. A good time to go astral or soul traveling instead, if you guys know anything about that. And then for health, possible time for hospital or care required by a medical doctor, perhaps kidney or urinary tract problems, which will resolve with rest and treatment, all right? Because if we're getting over stressed out, that can overstimulate our adrenal glands, the adrenaline in our body. Our blood pressure is pumping too much, right? And then it throws everything out of whack, the chemistry of our body. So for families, some disturbances and deceptions are possible. Births may be difficult, but ultimately successful. Stay calm. The difficulties will pass with time and patience. For the future, it is time to release the past and move on. Just a little more emotional and soul healing is needed still. Long term, your future is safe and good. So if we can get past this last little part, right? Past this last little plateau, if you will. Maybe we have done quite a bit of healing, but there's just that last little bit, right? To push us over the edge and really send us in the right direction out of this past energy where we did perhaps, deal with a lot of heartache and loss, conflict and defeat in different aspects of our life, maybe not just with one particular person, if you will. But this is about, just coming to a place to where we can make peace, right? With those past loves, perhaps. Those people maybe we wanted things to work out with, and that we got our happiness and our joy wrapped up into, if you will. All right, let's see what the main energies coming out here today are. Things could be off on the home front for sure. Foundations and achievements in reverse. Positive movement forward is the energy I see mainly from the past. So definitely the ships were not sailing in the right directions. Ships passing in the night. With the 8 in reverse, it's like it's still infinity. It's like we're still connected, if you will, or have those etheric connections or soul ties, but not moving forward. And this could be affecting your own connection with spirit, spiritual strength, maybe not feeling like you're being supported so much at this time by spirit, but there's a certain amount of working together, cooperation that we need to have, with spirit, partnering with the right energies and people. 3 coming out here today. And 3 could also denote, with our masculine, feminine, and spirit aspects of ourselves, making those partnerships and alliances of a higher nature, ones that are going to be honorable and that we can depend on, if you will. Yes, absolutely. That's going to make us feel so much better. All right. And look at where that cup is, right at the solar plexus area as well. So this is all about tapping back into our own happiness, getting centered and balanced within ourselves once again, right? Let's clarify all of this with the Light Seers Tarot and see what is going on here today. So definitely a need to do some healing and get back to ourselves, feeling good again, feeling motivated about life. Maybe we haven't been feeling quite so much that way, not accepting offers to go out, hang out, maybe not even feeling like we're necessarily connected so much to our friends at this point, Maybe feeling like you're not sure who you can trust with that 2 of Swords energy, right? A little bit of back and forth energy, like, again, just not feeling like you're really sure at this time about people around you. Positive movement forward. What do we need to know about that in reverse? Definitely some heartbreak in the past, and definitely still some ties, it looks like, with this being in the upright. This could be something that wasn't totally healed, and maybe that's what was preventing you from really being able to move forward and taking that path that you needed to. 2 of Wands energy. You know that you need to move forward, but at the same time, this is definitely going to affect the way that you feel and what you're able to grow and build as a result. And so, it's like you're very powerful with that Empress energy, but when you've got the 3 of Swords with it, that ends up keeping us stuck, you know what I mean? So this is definitely a big part of what's needing to be healed, it feels like, at this time. Setting up those, healthy boundaries and standing our ground about what we know is right for us, what we'll accept. And this definitely had to do around some truths that came out for you that you had no choice but to look at, all right? You had no choice but to face this and deal with it, basically. It was in your face. It was like no matter where you turned, either somebody was telling you about this or you were learning more about it, whatever the case may be. A lot of burdens for sure as a result, because of the fact that there were a lot of questions, a lot of things that you may have known were hidden, maybe some things you're still trying to figure out or, understand. But this is a time that I feel Spirit is saying, time to just put an end to that. Time to let it go. Just like the card said, 15-15, 6-6, bring that balance. Allow yourself to rise once again and move out of this cycle that you've been stuck in that's cost you nothing but burdens. But this requires for the change. And if we do this ourselves, instead of being forced to by Spirit, more or less, setting the conditions for things to change for us, because inwardly, really we know we're not happy and we don't perhaps want to be in a particular situation. But if we're not willing to make the changes when we see what's going on and need to, then they can be made for us. All right, so this is the time to really rise once again with this Hierophant energy. Allow ourselves to heal and move out of this mental, emotional, or even physical state of being in disease, basically being at unrest within ourselves, which can cause medical problems if we're not careful. All right. Definitely Spirit is saying, don't let anyone else, don't put anyone else higher than your connection with Spirit. That's what's going to bring the balance. That's what's going to help you to get balanced out once again. All right, to remember that there are other people that need to do their own healing, and sometimes they don't take the opportunity to do that. And when we don't, then things can't be worked out on that energetic perspective, to help us to get back into that, once again, balance that we've perhaps been out of for quite some time, not knowing when to move. And just staying in a place where we're really just thinking a lot about things. But if that's what you need at this time to get into a good place, it's better for you to, continue to evaluate what that may be for you, and to continue to try to move into that place of acceptance, if you will, of things that have happened up to this point. And knowing that there is definitely a much different way that things can be, and trusting yourself enough and Spirit enough to know that, even if it's not what you expected, and maybe you feel like things are going to be thrown off quite a bit, your stability, your balance, things like that, but that does have to happen. Change does have to happen to move in the right direction, no matter what that is. Health, good relationship. If you're in a bad relationship, then you have to get out of that one and start, doing that healing process to be able to move to the one that's really going to bring that happiness and fulfillment for you. Definitely let me know how this reading is resonating with you down in the comments below. Advice from the Divine Doors cards for us today. We have Inner Power coming out. Very, very beautiful. This looks like a home card, interestingly enough. 42, and I think this card was 24. How interesting. 42 and 24. Can you see that? 24 and then 42 on this door. Interesting. So this is where you're going to find your soul healing and your inner power. By your own command, you brought yourself here. And at this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. So Spirit's saying, don't fear anything. You're going through the right doors at this time. Even if it may feel a little scary, even if it feels like you're just getting your sea legs and getting this figured out. And speaking may be big for you as well at this time with that blue energy coming out here today. But you are going to come out of this paralytic state, is almost what it feels like, where you can speak once again and you can feel like yourself once again. A cure for longing. This card says, love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. That's what this life is all about, right? Making bold choices and, trusting ourselves enough to do what it is that we know we must do, and knowing that everything is going to work out the way that it's meant to and for the best, you know? All right, love advice from the Lover's Oracle cards. I love this reading today. I feel like it's a great opportunity for us to get back on track and really start feeling so much better. So we got a couple cards coming out here today. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess, all right? So you're just as amazing. And equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So evaluate both of those if you're going to do so with that Queen of Swords energy that we saw, all right? Allow yourself to come to that balance and know that we're all navigating this journey, all right? We're all in different stages of our soul healing and growth development. So maybe this person just isn't in the right cycle for you at this time. So life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. And again, what does stress cause? Nothing but problems in our bodies, nothing but disease. All right, so that's exactly what we want to do, is stop going against what feels right for us, right? Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Beautiful. I love that. So a lot of balancing going on with that mirroring and the cycles, endings and beginnings. It's kind of knowing where you are, evaluating that the best way possible, and making good choices so that you stay in the right place, right? All right, it's a never-ending, in a sense, battle, but that balance is what it's all about. I'm a Libra, I totally get it. All right, guys, let's get an answer to our question, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. And the answer is a yes. Whoop, whoop. Hopefully that's what you wanted to hear. That is the answer I got today. You guys are amazing. Do have a beautiful week ahead. I'll see you tomorrow for our Crystal Mandala Magic Monday messages. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell notifications. Stay amazing. I'll see you soon. And bye for now.